Who do you think you are? Nobody's going to take you seriously. People like you don't belong here, Sergeant Cole barked at me. He didn't even bother asking my name. He just saw the uniform and let his contempt spill out like poison. I blinked, more stunned by his tone than his words. The way that man looked at me, as if I were dirt, as if my rank and dignity meant absolutely nothing, it hit me harder than I expected. "Excuse me," I said firmly, my voice steady despite the heat rising in my chest. "What's the problem, officer?" "The problem," he sneered, "is that you're in a car that doesn't belong to you, dressed like you're pretending to be military." He circled the vehicle like a wolf sniffing a cornered deer. "Pentagon badges, huh? Who gave them to you? Some friend doing you a favor?" I felt a chill crawl through my veins. Two grown men, in broad daylight, looking straight at my government credentials and treating me like I was a criminal. "My name is General Regina M. Cal," I said, trying to hold my composure. "You're committing a—" "Shut up," Cole snapped, whipping out the handcuffs. "I don't care what you claim to be. This car is stolen and you're under arrest." Before I could even respond, he yanked me out of the driver's seat. The cold metal cuffs bit deep into my wrists as they shoved me against the hood. "Don't cry," the other one, Hankins, muttered in my ear with a twisted grin. "Let's see how they deal with you in jail. Maybe cleaning toilets will suit you better than playing soldier." He rummaged through my SUV like it was his own. Moments later, he held up my government-issued phone. "What's this?" "A Pentagon device." He waved it like a trophy. "Did you steal it, or is it part of your little costume?" Cole laughed, tightening the cuffs until my hands went numb. "They hand out titles too easily these days," he muttered. "Anybody can throw on a uniform and pretend." I swallowed hard. My eyes dropped to the burning asphalt beneath me. The cuffs dug in, but I refused to give them the satisfaction of seeing me flinch. "You're violating federal protocols," I said quietly, mostly to remind myself not to lose control. Cole scoffed. "You'll be lucky if we don't charge you for impersonation." That was it. Something inside me snapped, not with rage, but with focus. "You have exactly 5 seconds to put that phone down," I said evenly. Cole smirked. "Or what? You'll call your imaginary friends? Go ahead, sweetheart. Call the president if you want." I inhaled slowly, letting his ignorance hang in the air. Then I flexed my fingers just enough to press the emergency override button on the phone, the one they'd foolishly left unlocked. The device buzzed, its screen flashing with encrypted codes. 30 seconds later, a mechanical female voice spoke. "General Cal, emergency signal received. Confirm situation." The laughter drained right out of their faces. "This is General Regina M. Cal, ID Alpha 7, I said. "I am being unlawfully detained by local officers. Initiate verification." Cole's grip slackened. Hankins' smirk vanished. The robotic voice repeated, "Stand by for Pentagon confirmation." Then a second voice came through, deep, commanding, human. "This is Director Lawson, Department of Defense Security. Who the hell has General Cal in custody?" Their faces turned ghostly white. "These men arrested me without cause," I said calmly. "They ignored identification, confiscated government property, and attempted to humiliate a decorated officer. Trace the call." There was a pause, just long enough for my words to sink in, before Lawson's voice roared through the speaker. "Sergeant Cole. Officer Hankins. Release her immediately." They froze. You know our names?" Hankins stammered. I gave a small, cold smile. "You'd be surprised what the Pentagon knows." Cole fumbled with the cuffs, his hands shaking. "Ma'am, we didn't realize." "Didn't realize?" I spun on him as the cuffs hit the ground. "You saw a woman in uniform and assumed she was pretending. You ignored rank, protocol, and respect. You humiliated a federal officer. You know what that means for you." The phone buzzed again. "General Cal, transport en route. ETA 2 minutes. Cole's voice trembled. "Please, General, we thought." "You thought wrong," I said sharply. "And your careers won't survive this mistake." Moments later, the air thundered with the sound of rotor blades. A black helicopter descended, dust swirling through the lot. The Pentagon insignia gleamed under the sun. Armed personnel stepped out, weapons slung but ready. Hankins stumbled backward. "Oh my God." Cole dropped to one knee. "Please, ma'am, we didn't mean." I didn't even look at them. I climbed aboard as the wind from the chopper tore through their shame. "General Cal, are you secure?" Director Lawson's voice came through my earpiece. "Yes," I said quietly. "But I expect a full inquiry. Those men need to answer for this." "Understood, General. It will be handled." When the helicopter lifted off, I finally exhaled. But the sting on my wrists and the memory of their laughter stayed with me. I wasn't angry for myself. I'd faced worse in war zones. I was angry because this was proof of what I'd fought my entire career against: blind prejudice, arrogance, and ignorance dressed as authority. By the time we landed at the Pentagon, word had already spread. Cameras flashed the moment I stepped off the chopper. Reporters swarmed, shouting questions. "General Cal, is it true you were arrested by local police?" I stopped at the podium. "Yes," I said. "I was unlawfully detained because 2 officers didn't believe a woman like me could hold this rank." The crowd gasped. "This isn't just about me," I continued, my voice cutting through the noise. "It's about every woman who has ever been told she doesn't belong. Every officer whose worth was dismissed because of who they are. The United States military stands on honor and respect, and I refuse to let this kind of behavior go unpunished." Cameras flashed brighter. Microphones pressed forward. "There will be an investigation," I finished. "And justice will be served." As I turned to walk inside, the weight of it all hit me. The humiliation, the rage, the danger. But deeper than that, suspicion. Those men hadn't just stumbled into me. They knew my route, my car, my timing. Someone wanted this to happen. And whoever they were, they had just made the biggest mistake of their lives. Because now it wasn't just about justice. It was personal.